Predatory and problematic creators on the internet isn't a new phenomenon. They've been around since the beginning of the web itself. However, if you're from the US, you hardly ever hear of bad actors from other countries. For one notable influencer, that may not be the case. Daniel Jose Santome Lemus, otherwise known as Dallas Reviews, is a Spanish YouTuber from Spain with over 11 million subscribers currently. He's published novels, has shown a history of interest in 3D modeling since being a young kid, and has even developed a website. His achievements, however, are not going to be what we are focusing on today. He started his YouTube career back in 2005 with a channel dedicated to taking movie trailers in other languages and humorously putting subtitles over them that didn't make sense. He did some experimenting before finally creating a channel called Dallas Reviews in 2012, which focused more on comedic parodies and reactions. He even won an award for doing a bad Canadian accent in a video called Imitating 15 Accents of Spain and Latin America. His video creation career reached further to other websites, one notably being his own website, as well as The Hub, where he talked about sex education. His books sold well, one being called Fugitives in Time, selling over 16,000 units, and another one called Ink Beyond Space, also selling pretty well. Dallas was on a roll, his popularity was skyrocketing higher every year, and it seemed like he was destined for great things. However, as with most tragic internet stories, this wasn't soon going to be the case. In August of 2021, he developed and launched a website called Startios, which he invested in heavily. According to Dallas, he wanted the website to be something like YouTube, but more free and relaxed in its rules, which at the time YouTube was locking down on its rules and restrictions, as it continues to do. The website saw a lot of traction almost immediately, being brought down due to the high amount of users who were logging in and connecting to the site. It seemed that he had underestimated the amount of people who would immediately flock to it, and he didn't have enough capacity with the servers that he had paid for. By October of the same year, the website was back up, and he went as far as to reach out to other content creators, such as Ari Gameplays and Juan S. Garnizo, asking them to publish content on his site, hoping to bring numbers up. Around this time, he started uploading Twitter rants, tearing into trolls and internet haters, offering more videos of the sort to people who were willing to pay. True to this promise, and in June of 2022, uploaded another video for subscribers using the creator Ari Gameplays, the same creator he went to for help and support, of being unfaithful to Juan S. Garnizo with another creator known as the Greg F. Sorry, I might have misspelled that. Dallas was in a relationship back in 2016 with a woman named Maria Sanchez, which ended in March of 2016. A video covering the breakup, which is no longer available, was later posted by a third party by the name of Naya Chimlova. In response, Dallas uploaded a video titled "I'm tired of the lies and that's why I made this video," in which he responds to the accusations made by Maria and Naya, accusing him of being a stalker. Spanish magazine covering news and celebrity drama by the name of Interview published a story with the headline "You're useless, you're a whore," seemingly going over complaints that were filed by Maria in a Barcelona court. The story consisted of reports from Maria claiming that Dallas was jealous and controlling, and that he would often degrade and undervalue her. One passage, when roughly translated, Maria claims, "I was the only girl in my class, and that made him very jealous. On one occasion, I was chosen to represent my school at a fair, and he told me I'd been chosen because I was good looking and the teacher wanted to f me. He asked me not to." She had also claimed that she had been isolated from friends and family, which, whether true or not, is a common manipulation tactic demonstrated time and time again by dangerous and controlling partners. Their legal battle continued and escalated, going as far as to turn into a custody battle over their dog Argos, the couple's greyhound. Dallas, at first, won the battle, with the court ultimately demanding that Maria return the dog to Dallas. Later, Maria went on to make a half-hour-long YouTube video that seemed to have shown proof via WhatsApp conversations that he had admitted to mistreating the dog. Dallas went on to respond with his own video titled, "I had another video prepared, but this bad situation will not end." Three other creators soon after this by the names of Anne Reburn, Ida Explorer, and Focus and Vlogs came forth to make statements regarding Dallas Review, claiming they had a history with him and that he was indeed neglectful and problematic and mistreated them. As with Maria and her videos, Dallas posted his own in response, shooting the claims down, presenting them as false. Somehow, by the end of 2018, Argos had made his way back into the custody of Maria and her family. After taking a walk with a few of his friends, Dallas had supposedly by accident come across Maria's father and her mother, who were walking the dog. They confronted Maria's parents, demanding that the dog be returned. Allegedly, Maria's father charged one of Dallas's friends and struck her, doing enough damage that she had to go to the hospital. Maria's mother also supposedly bit one of Dallas's friends, though there is no mention as to why things got violent or who started the altercation. Dallas later on uploaded a video claiming that he had sued Maria for making false complaints. However, when Maria tells the story, things seem to have played out different. According to Maria, at some point after they had come into ownership of Argos again, they had lost him and they decided to take in a lookalike and name him Marlos. Dallas, however, didn't buy the story, believing it was a lie to hide the fact that the dog was in fact Argos and they didn't want to give him back. The complaint was archived later by the court after an expert inspected the dog and confirmed it was indeed a different animal and not Argos. Despite this, Dallas went on to make a video claiming the expert was convinced to lie about the dog not being Argos. He went on to make more videos where he seemed to show contradictory statements made by the individual, where they had claimed originally that the two dogs were in fact the same. In the end, the court decided that the proof that he submitted was substantial, and Maria and her family were forced to return the dog to Dallas, as well as to admitting to committing document falsification. Later, Dallas was sentenced by the Supreme Court to pay compensation to Maria's father in regards to some insults he had made toward him in his videos, as well as being directed to delete all of the videos in which he had defamed him. In 2018, another creator by the name of Wismichu had made a video about Dallas, labeling him a bastard, psychopath, hyena, which I don't know what hyena means, but it's definitely my favorite insult out of the bunch, among other things. The video also claimed that Dallas had allegations of gender violence and an insinuation that he had fled to Ireland in order to escape legal justice in Spain. While there is no substantial proof that he had fled to Spain in order to avoid legal actions, he had multiple allegations regarding abusive, controlling behavior from multiple partners and had lost a number of civil and defamation suits. After Wismichu's video, Dallas went on to lose over 300,000 subscribers, bringing his sub count from what it stood at the time, which was 5,700,000, to a little under 5,400,000. In response to this, he would hide his subscriber count as well as padlock his Twitter. He'd undo these actions sometime around the 6th of October. Due to mass reporting, his YouTube channel was also deleted, but YouTube would reinstate it just a few hours later. He later on went on to an interview with Los Replicantes, where he supposedly showed court documents disproving claims and accusations made against him. On May 18th, 2018, he published a video titled "It's Over, Wismichu and Ingrid." Ingrid being another one of the exes, although I can't find much information on her. This video was also known as the definitive video. The video was a whopping hour and 40 minutes long, in which he refuted claims made by Maria, Wismichu, and others one by one. He also went on to take Wismichu to court after, where he attempted to sue him for slander. However, the court ended up acquitting Wismichu of the accusations perpetrated by Dallas. He also accused Wismichu of searching for underage users on chat roulette sites in order to exploit them for videos, and then for some reason he had made an appeal to speak with any of the alleged victims regarding the situation. It should be noted, however, that a victim did end up coming forward, claiming that she had acted inappropriately, going as far as to unclothe herself in one of Wismichu's videos. Now, in an ideal world, where this is obviously quite a bit, we'd be able to call the tale of Dallas unfinished then and there. However, you can clearly see from the timeline of the video that we're not quite done with the story yet. In April of 2018, a 15-year-old girl by the name Olivia took to Twitter showing what seemed to be screenshots between her and Dallas from 2016, where they were interacting sensually, and had even made claims that Dallas had sent her explicit images of himself in a pool. Around this time, she would have been around 13, despite lying about her age to him, and he would have been around 24 years old. He would later on be pressed regarding the situation by two other YouTubers by the names of Mexivergas and Mafian TV, both on live stream as well as a video titled "The Dark Truth About Dallas Review." Olivia later claimed that after this, Dallas contacted her father in order to try and intimidate him. Following Olivia's accusations, Dallas was tried on November 30th for child sexual cyberbullying and SA. According to Olivia's testimony, Dallas and her began communicating in 2015, when Dallas first began to approach her with inappropriate material of himself. Reminder, if this does hold any truth, she would have allegedly been around the age of 12 to 13, and he, at the very least, would have been around 23 years old. She had also claimed that he had met up with her in person at Red River Park, where he had kissed her and continued to touch her inappropriately. He also allegedly requested that they go back to his place, seeming to allude to him wanting to take things further. Dallas, while denying that any sort of encounter took place, admitted that he had in fact met her during a book signing in 2016, and defended sending topless pictures of himself under the guise that he had already published those pictures publicly. He continued on, saying that he had absolutely no romantic or sexual interest in her, and that he had only talked to her as long as he did due to her experiencing abuse from her mother and issues at school. In December of 2018, the Provincial Court of Madrid acquitted Dallas. To this day, despite everything that's happened, Dallas continues to upload on his channel, with videos regularly racking in over 150,000 views in only a matter of 2 to 3 days. While all allegations and court findings should be considered as alleged and untrue until proven otherwise, it is safe to say that Dallas Reviews has a long, troublesome past, and he will not be forgotten anytime soon, and should at the very least be watched a little bit close until absolutely proven innocent, because despite court rulings, he still has had a lot of accusations against him about making jokes about suicide, making threats toward others online, supposedly being an abusive partner, lying, manipulating, isolating people from communication with their loved ones, and at the very least, having a troublesome history of inappropriate relationships with underage fans. Hopefully one day in the future, stories like these will become obsolete. However, as it stands, it seems that internet deviants are here to stay and are a staple of the online world. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you joining me for another video. I've been Vin Logged In, and I'll see you next time.